Something's been annoying me more and more over the past few months. Now, we've all talked about it 8 million different times, and I'll go as far as to say that most of us have experienced it in some shape, form, or capacity at this point. The thing is, I just don't want society to make the mistake as our medical industry has done. This mistake. They did it on purpose, but we'll just call it a mistake for now. What the medical industry does is they treat the symptoms, not the cause of anything. If you're doing gardening and you don't pull the weeds up by the root, the weed will keep growing back over and over and over because the initial problem still remains. So in the dating world, I want to go ahead and just encapsulate all of our woes into one big umbrella term. There is simply way too much disrespect in dating. It's weird. We have become so devolved, we have become so cold to one another that we can't be warm, open, and vulnerable anymore. We are trying to find love, we're trying to find vulnerability with all of our walls up. Everybody at this point, even myself. We all have our walls up. Then a lot of people have way too many expectations, most of which are unrealistic. Oh, if you can't take me to Dubai on our first date, I ain't got no time messing with you. Sweetheart, I don't even want to take you to the movies on the first date. I'm supposed to take you to Dubai. You know what I'm saying? I know that's that social media chick. But speaking of which, there's two huge factors: social media and broken households. Mainly, like, broken households is self-explanatory. When you don't have that balance of the masculine and feminine growing up, that tends to have an effect when you become an adult, right? And then social media, everyone is living their life vicariously through somebody else's highlights. And most of the time, not I won't say most of the time, but some of the times, these people's highlights aren't even real. All their cars, all the girls they're with, all the guys clamoring after them, all the big houses, all the fancy trips, Photoshop, fake, didn't happen, someone else paid for it, all the above. And we got all these, especially the younger generations that haven't put their phone down since they were babies, coming out here and entering this dating world expecting all of that. That's an unrealistic expectation, and that is putting an unnecessary load on a potential partner. That is disrespectful. I really do feel like we just need a huge reset button. Men are not your wallet. Women are not just an orifice for you to stick your dick in. I know, mind-blowing shit, common sense stuff. But here's the thing that, I take this shit personally because I still battle with loneliness, And even when people are out there having their casual situations, I'm a little bit jealous. But then when people find the love of their life, when you see the weird high school couple kissing and rubbing each other's noses in the back of the hallway, I'm still jealous of that a little bit. It's like, damn, bro, all I want is one chick, but I gotta sit back and watch half of you people go out there and hurt one another. Hurt people. Misery loves company, and most of y'all are so unhealed that you don't realize that you are part of the problem. Now, I am going to step on my, on my high horse real quick because I'm turning 30 this month. And I can't lie, I was really scared about that. Yo, I'm 30, I haven't dated no one in a long time. It's been a long time. Yo, bro, this shit is getting scary, bro. But then, when you stop bitching and complaining and you start getting real with yourself and you start to pat yourself on the back, most of my 20s was realizing how unhealed most 20-something-year-olds are, because most 20-something-year-olds are still lost in the sauce. They haven't even gotten to the point where they realize they're hurt. So they're just running around blind, like blind chickens with their heads cut off, bumping and grinding, bumping and grinding with everything that comes across their path, wondering why they only attract a certain type of guy or a certain type of chick. Don't get me wrong, society itself has changed, and that's why there's this conversation that even needs to be had. But it's just like, guys, how are y'all, guys and gals, whoever, guys generally, how is it that you find it right to enter into a new relationship, especially exclusively, and I use that with air quotes because you're more likely to get cheated on than have a successful, healthy relationship, but you entered into a relationship 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You're expecting 100% results with half effort. Because if that guy says something to you that you don't like, someone else that you can call up. That girl says one thing or says she's not going to do one thing, you going to go fuck on something else. So you weren't even all the way in because you already have alternatives. Oh, well, you should always keep your option open. No, when you commit, you fucking commit. And that's why, like, I stay away from it, because, like, when I love hard. Like, it's like, oh, you win here, we're gonna have a couple of hard conversations. If we make it through that, let's get this shit started. You know, I'm very simple. You cross off the list of my criteria, I cross off yours. Whatever we don't quite agree on, we see if we can find compromises. I know, real mature adult shit, right? But see, here's the thing. Young people, especially that they're living on social media, they are trying to make all these random people fit this fantasy in their minds, men and women. If you don't suffice this checklist of 8,000 things, if you're missing one thing on this list, you're not worth my time. Ill, gross. Man, fuck you, man. You ain't gonna do that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. But this has been more so the side that I see men throwing at women, but y'all know how vocal I am about men that ain't doing their part. Accountability is something that needs to be fixed across the board. Like I said, most of you ain't healed. Most of you don't realize how emotionally unavailable you are. You see, some of y'all don't realize that you lack emotional intelligence. Now, ladies, I'm gonna give y'all a little jab to the rib real quick. You know, some of you ladies out there don't realize, and men too, but, you know, me just joking y'all real quick. Y'all don't realize that we don't know what this means. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I flicked my hair. That means that I want to drink. No, you're a grown-ass woman. Say what the fuck you want. Or at least have a little bit of swag with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dudes, you trying to get in her drawers. You say, oh, I want to have sex. But then it's also, y'all beat around the bush too. That's something with this. I find it to be the younger generation. I think it started with Netflix and chill. But, like, you know, we say everything but what we want. You were trying to get in them guts. You trying to Netflix and chill. Hey, when can I come hang out with you between the hours of 10 o'clock and 10 p.m. and 2 a.m.? When can I hang out? Why can't we just say what the fuck we want? You know, taking a personal approach to it, like when you ask that question, like, what is it that you're looking for in dating? I find it disrespectful that you're sitting in front of me and you don't know what the fuck you want. You know, hey, so like, what is it that you're looking for? What you looking for out of a man, a partner, a relationship? You're just opening the question. What you looking for? I don't know. I'm just trying to catch a vibe. Yeah, I'm just trying to see where things go. So you don't know, or you're too scared to say what you really want. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. It's weird. And then we have like keeping on that topic, being overly broad with the things that we're looking for, casually dating. So you're fucking around. Like, I get it, like, and like everyone has different like definitions of the words. Like, to me, casual dating just means you're just fucking whoever you want to fuck. And that's cool, I guess. I find it to be a waste of time, but you do what you do. Different strokes for different folks. You know, but it's just like, you need to make sure people are on the same page. You know? And I get it, things can change, you have to call audible in your relationship. But it's like, you need to really take in consideration that someone's emotions, someone's heart is at play here. And we need to take a lot more accountability for that. You know, we look at each other as so disposable. You know, social media really screwed it up for people. These broken households are really messing it up for people. And if that's all they know, that's all they're going to go out and propagate. Unrealistic expectations on social media and what it was like to not have this father. Now, I get it, of course, there's single parents out there that raise great children and all that type of stuff, and there's two-parent households that raise fucked up children. I get it. But you know what I'm saying? We're speaking generally here, you know? Like, we need to keep in consideration that people's feelings get involved. People be acting like they have to be so cool, male and female. You know, oh, I can't let him know that I like him. Yeah, I ain't letting that. No, I'm feeling homegirl, and if she fucks on somebody else, I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off. But I ain't gonna tell her that though. There's a C word that all of you, especially young people, need to learn about relationships, right? Let me tell you a secret. It's called communication. If the person ain't on your frequency, don't try to force them. Don't try to trick them into it. Don't see if you can just wait it out and keep on nudging them in the direction you want to go. Get someone that's on your time. There's people out there that just want to fuck everything walking. Go link with them. Bad boys need to stop getting with good girls. Bad girls need to stop getting with good boys, because y'all are the ones fucking it up. If you were just trying to try out something, if you were just trying to have some random sex with someone, go play with people that are in that lobby, like in a video game. Go play with people that want to play that game mode. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but then also don't dangle certain things. Ladies, don't dangle the pussy out there. Men, don't dangle relationships out there. Don't do that. That's rude. You lure animals. You trap animals. Don't trap people. And then y'all get surprised when you see that person's dark side. You know, that's like there's two different ways we can go with that. My brain's spinning right now, so bear with me. But like, you get surprised when someone confirms who they've been being the entire time. You know, like, oh, this person's like an asshole. Man, this person's always joking people. This person's always into gossip. This person, blah, 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 blah. You saw all that coming up, but you thought you was special. Male or female, don't matter. You thought you was special. If they are that negative about they talk about their own mama crazy, what makes you think that they ain't talking about you? You know what I'm saying? And then people make all these big brain decisions like, let's get married, let's have a child, let's get a dog. I mean, that's probably the safest option. But like, let's get some pet that's going to get bonded to both of us while we're in our honeymoon phase when everything is happy-go-lucky and all this type of stuff. See, me personally, I ain't getting, like, I'm not like fully committed. Well, I can fully commit, but like, you know, like I'm not going to marry a woman before I see that other her. You know, I'm part Gemini, so I really expect this from people. You know, I got my switches in there. I call them my mask. But like, I literally put it on, you know, but like, it's like, until I see that other alter ego you got, I don't know. You know, someone could be all happy-go-lucky and then they turn to the Incredible Hulk or She-Hulk when they get pissed off. You need to see these things. You need to vet these people out. Stop being so distracted by the looks of people. Oh, she's fine. He's handsome. Oh, he got money. She got that ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like, get to deeper levels of like, you know, of exploring one each other's mind. Explore each other's minds and hearts and souls instead of just each other's bodies. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit's gonna wear out eventually. And even before you get old, you might get a little bored of the same shit over and over. That's why you need to find different ways to love one another. I'm not sure if I said it already, but we're gonna go back to it if I didn't. The older generation looked for every reason to stay together. We look for every single reason to pack our bags and run. That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's really just mean. Like, to go third grade with it, but it's just mean. You know, you got average women looking at average men as if we are the scum of the earth. We got ain't shit dudes looking at the classiest type of women, looking at that woman like she's supposed to be his little subservient slave. Oh, all women are supposed to submit to their man. All men are supposed to do is buy me and it's weird. Who was telling y'all this shit? Why are you listening to these single ass 40-year-olds especially? Don't get me wrong, like the homie Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, he had some valid points, but sometimes he went a little bit off the rails. All these people, what is it, like Tonight's Conversation or something? Like, what's that podcast like with it's seemingly like, you know, like the black dudes, the black men and women on the stage just like talking about relationship stuff? Like, they all have points, and then there's certain times where I disagree with them because we're all different people. Wait a minute, I almost stepped on something important there. We're all different people. We're all unique. We all have our pros and our cons. We all have our really cool things about us, and we have our own little weird things about us. Wow, it's almost like you can't fit every single individual that you come in contact with into a bubble. All niggas ain't shit. All bitches ain't shit. And now I'm going to get on the internet and complain about it. Y'all do realize that most people on the internet, they're arguing back and forth about what men and women should be doing, are the single, lonely people. You do realize that, now, this is actually a thought I had before I started recording this. There's a lot more narcissists out here. You know, I said in the video way back when where I was just like, yo, this narcissist word is being blown out of proportion. But the more I see it, I still don't want to go as far as to call it narcissism, but people really are self-centered. You know what I'm saying? There's different contexts to use that phrase. But like, people really want to see what they can get out of the relationship. They want to focus on what they can take from the relationship. What do you do for me? You know, and like, as a man speaking to ladies, it's hilarious watching y'all get so mad when we ask y'all, what do you bring to the table? You're asking us to bring all this stuff, and we're, okay, cool. If I'm doing all that, well, what are you bringing to the table? I bring this pussy. I'm pretty, and any man would be lucky to have me on his arm. There's too many pretty women. There's pretty women out there that wouldn't even acknowledge their own beauty because they're modest, they're humble. What are you on? So you're just a whore that I'm supposed to commit to? It's weird. But then on the same end of the spectrum, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing when a dude does the same thing. So what do you bring to a woman's life? Yo, I bring her this dick. yo, she act crazy, I'm gonna give her this dick. And they always say it like that. Yeah, I be joking when I joke dudes with that voice, but dudes really be sounding like that. And I just be like, yo, bro, like, you ain't got nothing else. That's all you got. You think that's gonna solve all your problems? Hell, it's your dick that got you into half the problems that you was in the first place, bro. Shit is just weird, man. Like, we just need a big red reset button that makes all of us look at one another as people again. Like I said, we are not wallets. We are not just orifices. We are so much more than that. We are spiritual light beings. We are individual souls experiencing this thing called life. And I just so happen want to do it with you. But yet, you have been so programmed by the Matrix to see me as lesser than. It's weird, bro. It's so weird. Everyone has these like, don't get me wrong, everyone has an idea of their dream guy or girl in their head. It's always healthy to fantasize here and there. But when they meet a real life person, they're comparing them to this fantasy perfect person when nobody is perfect. So when you don't get perfection in your own life, you reject it. Ill, not perfect. Are you perfect? So what gives you the right to demand perfection from someone? A lot of people don't know how to grow together. That's another big problem. Most of the relationships are so short that you don't know what it means to grow with someone. You don't know what it means like to find alternative methods to loving one another other than the bedroom. A lot of people equate sex and love. That's why people get so volatile when they find out someone's messing with someone. Even though you got an ex that you dated in middle school or high school, you find out that they on the bigger and better things. You feeling some type of way. Why? You know what I'm saying? It's like that. What's that dude? I forgot the song, but it's from Black. 6 Lack. And then like I forgot how the lyrics went, but pretty much he was just saying like he was talking about how when dudes be asking like a girl's body count or what a girl who a girl was sleeping with, he's like, yo, fellas, that's none of your business. And it's true. But that wouldn't be a big problem if, number one, the young men of the world weren't watching alpha male red pill channels all day, and number two, if those same young men had emotional stability, emotional resilience, emotional intelligence, that you realize, hey, newsflash, most people had sex before they met you. Well, I need a virgin and this and that. Go for it. Go for it. And when she can't do the Gawk 9000 and do a handstand on the dick, don't be surprised when the virgin couldn't do all that crazy shit you've been fantasizing about from the hub. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, look, I could go all day with this stuff because I just find it hilarious. I just wish that we as young men, young women, old women, we began to, number one, take personal accountability and heal. 1 and 2, we'll call that 2. Take personal accountability, know where you can improve, know how you're going to bring that new improved version to your next potential partner, right? Take accountability, heal yourself. Don't trauma dump on somebody else. Don't this kind of goes into 2 things. I might make a whole nother video about this, but like, be aware that you have triggers. We all have triggers. A lot of people don't realize that you have unconscious triggers that only come up in your next relationship. Someone says something or someone makes the same joke that your ex that made you feel like shit said, and then you spaz on that person as if they were the old person. Stop dating in your present day. Stop dating your past. I get it. We all carry things with us. We all have these things. But you need to understand that this is a completely new person. Instead of reacting, how about you say, hey, listen, I didn't want to ruin the mood, but last night you made a joke about XYZ. Now, there's nothing really wrong with the joke, but that my ex said the same thing like that. I just want to bring it up, so hopefully we can either avoid that or you at least know how I feel. I wanted to end it, but how I feel. You see, a lot of people have trust issues. Now, my trust issues didn't start with dating, it started with college. But, you know what I'm saying? But like, there's like this like old meme or like this old post I saw like back in middle school, high school. But it said, fellas, always keep in mind that your girl's best friend knows how big your dick is. And that might seem like it came out of nowhere. But that leads me to my point. We need to learn how to keep things private. We have all of our business out here all the time. You're like, whatever happened to that phrase, a gentleman doesn't kiss and tell? You know what I'm saying? Like you working on the sneak tip, you got your sneaky links going on, but then when it's like when shit pisses you off, well that's why we fuck. Yeah, I fuck so and so. Yeah, I fuck Peaches. Yeah, I fuck Peaches. Yeah, right here on 45th. Yeah, that she a freak, bro. You a man, and you gotta go brag on your dick. And if some dudes got brag on their dick and they gotta lie on it. Yeah, I fuck so and so. Yeah, I did that and that. Why can't you keep shit private? Why can't you keep some certain things to yourselves? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't like pictures. I know I make my little videos because it's just me helping the world with my thoughts. You know, so I can bypass my own rules with that. But I hate pictures. I don't like being in pictures. I don't. Every smile that I had from what's it, 2024? So like 2024 and back, like through college, is all fake smiles. Most of the pictures I want to take is just, I don't feel like smiling. But nevertheless, I'm getting off topic. But like, you know, it's just like in relationships, I don't want the phone in our face 24/7. I don't want me doing something sweet for you and you come around the corner with your phone out. I don't want to be recorded in my own house. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. You got to capture some moments. I get it. You know, I'm not completely unrealistic about it. But even then, why does everything have to go on social media? That's like, it's just weird, bro. Like, I'm a very private person. Don't let my thoughts fool you. It's like I'm a very private person. Like, I want to be like Drake when I grow up and have a whole bunch of kids that the world don't know about. How many kids you got? 27. And you didn't know I had not one of them, did you? Like, that's how low-key I like to be. You know, and so if you don't, as a young lady especially, if you don't understand privacy, if I tell you in confidence, yo, babe, all right, look, we've been dating long enough. You know, I just something I really gotta tell you. You know, I had to feel comfortable before I told a girl this. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, babe, what is it? All right, you promise you won't tell nobody? No, never. Yo, I'm really scared of bees, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that black and yellow stripe don't make no damn sense. Like I remember when I was a kid, my little brother, he kept playing black and yellow for 24 hours straight on a loop on repeat. And when I see bees, it reminds me of black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. You know, so I can't deal with it. Oh my God, babe, I'm so happy you shared that with me. 2 days later, girls' best friends come up, buzz. It's just like, so I can't tell you shit, huh? I can't tell you nothing, huh? You see what I'm saying? Now, once again, I say all this, a little bit of comedy flair in there. And I realize that everyone has their own parameters. Everyone has their own tolerance. For me, I have a very, very low tolerance for bullshit. You know, like, if there's something I don't like, I nip things in the bud. I am a hyper communicator. I don't want there to ever be any questions with who I'm spending my time with. You are giving me your time, I will value yours. You know, so I come correct. You know, this is a little piece of my idealistic brain, you know, but I find that first date should be the most uncomfortable. Everyone puts their best foot forward in the beginning days of dating. You know, the first couple of weeks, maybe even first couple of months. It's always the best behavior. You know what I'm saying? The first date should be like, what you in here, like what you looking for, what you into, bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. You know, you have the serious conversation first if you're both on the same frequency. You know, I guess to say, if you're on the same frequency, then y'all have that first conversation to see what y'all about to do. If y'all just fucking, hey, let's talk freaky for a little bit to get the juices flowing. You know what I'm saying? But if you're ready, like if you're dating with intention, I'm going to circle back to that. If you're dating with intention and you say like, yes, I'm dating with the intent to marry or to date very seriously. You know, I'm not saying that just because we're dating, we have to get married, but I'm taking this seriously. So if you find someone that's matching that energy, it's like, okay, I'm at that same place with you. So what you want to do? What's your life look like? What's this? What's that? You don't have to agree with every single thing, but to me, it's highly attractive, especially for a woman to make decisions in her life. I'm looking for this, and this. Cool. Can I do that? Yes, I can. Do I want to do that? Sure, why not? She said a couple things I'm not with, but I think that's negotiable. Okay, cool. This is my position. Now let me explain to you how I feel about XYZ. Communication. So you don't waste each other's time. You know what I'm saying? You knew that you never wanted to have kids. So why would I go into a relationship? Why would I even spend that much time with a girl that don't want kids? There's so many headaches and can be avoided if you're just being honest with people. But going back to my point, and unless I come up with something when I'm talking about it, I'm gonna end it off. People aren't dating with intention. I made the joke earlier, you know, so like, and I asked this, like, I went on like 3 dates and one chick was bad to the point that I almost put my morals to the side. I was just like, yo, like, I ain't never been this lustful, but like shit about to pop off. But she said too much stupid shit in the date that it just don't care. I don't care how hot you are. But I asked a couple of girls, I was just like, yo, it's like, so like, what are you looking for? You know, of course, with a lot more, pizzazz and stuff. But basically, what are you looking for? What do you want? Oh, I don't know. I'm just trying to catch a vibe, see how things go, blah, 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 blah. I got that 3-4 different times. I'm like, why are you out here wasting my time when you don't know what you want? I'm dead ass serious over here. Y'all are playing around. You're just waiting for the better option. This is actually something I learned in a job interview. Don't get me wrong. The job interview itself was just a warm up for me. But like the guy really called my bluff, and he was just like, how long would it take you to accept the position if you were given the option? I was like, it might take me like a week or two or something, just because I just started applying, and like the interviews are starting to come in. So I just want to make sure I have enough time to flesh out my prospects or whatever. And he pretty much like called my bluff slash bullshit. It wasn't really bullshit. It was the truth. I just started, and like the interviews were starting to flow in. But nevertheless, he said, like, if it takes you that long to accept the job, that means that you want more money. And I was just like, you're not wrong. I wasn't taking this interview that seriously anyway, but you're not wrong. So that same logic gets applied to the dating world. If you really wanted me, male or female, if you really wanted somebody, you would make it known. Right? You would put forth some effort. You would just shoot your shot. You would just tell the person, hey, I'm really feeling you. I would like to be in a relationship with you. How do you feel about that? XY, are you in the right place in life? Bada bing, bada boom. You would make it known, make it clear, and you would take steps to go get what you want. If you don't believe me, I use this very hyper generalized example. If there was $1 billion in cash, whatever your local currency is, $1 billion in cash on the table, and they said, if you want that cash, you can have it. Go pick it up. You go straight over to that table, put your hand in there and start stuffing that shit in your bag, right? Why do we not act the same when it comes to men and women? Right. It's this thing called the ego. The thing that people are ruled by when people are still walking around hurt and emotionally closed off to the world. People don't want to get their egos hurt. Women especially, my little jab to y'all ladies, that y'all fear rejection. But like me living in a hyperlogical mind sometimes, I just be like, well, you do realize it's a lot easier for a woman to get a man's number. But sometimes this is like the social media world. People will just go out there and get numbers just to show that they can because they have riz. Young people, don't ever say that word. Just stop. It's weird. It's cringe. Maybe I'm getting old. But nevertheless, I said I'm going to end it off there. I'm going to end it off there. Respect people. This is another person in front of you. There's emotions on the line. People act crazy when their emotions are played with. Stop playing with each other's emotions and be real, be serious, and be intentional. Till the next one.